Imagine this, a ship, perfectly intact, sailing silently across the vast, endless ocean. Its sails set, cargo undisturbed, the captain's log open to the last entry, but every single person aboard has vanished without a trace. The only thing left behind? A half-eaten meal, still warm on the table. No distress signal, no struggle, just emptiness. This isn't a scene from a Hollywood horror movie, folks. This is the true, chilling story of the Mary Celeste, a ghost ship found adrift in 1872, an enigma that has baffled the world for over 150 years. What could make an entire crew, including a captain, his wife, and their young daughter, abandon a perfectly seaworthy vessel in the middle of the Atlantic, leaving behind their very last meal? Get ready, because the truth, or what we believe to be the truth, is far stranger and more terrifying than any fiction. Our story begins in New York, November 1872. The brigantine Mary Celeste, a sturdy 100-foot merchant vessel, was preparing for a transatlantic voyage to Genoa, Italy. At her helm was Captain Benjamin Briggs, a seasoned mariner, respected for his skill and piety. This wasn't just a professional journey for Briggs. His wife, Sarah, and their 2-year-old daughter, Sophia, were accompanying him, alongside a crew of 7 experienced sailors. By all accounts, the Mary Celeste was a happy ship, its captain a family man, and its cargo, 1,701 barrels of denatured alcohol, was routine, if a little volatile. They set sail on November 7th, a crisp autumn day, full of hope and anticipation. Less than a month later, on December 5th, another ship, the Dei Grazia, was also making its way across the Atlantic. Its captain, David Morehouse, was a good friend of Briggs. As the Dei Grazia cut through the waves about 600 miles east of the Azores, a startling sight appeared on the horizon, a brigantine, sailing erratically. As they drew closer, Morehouse recognized her. It was the Mary Celeste. But something was terribly wrong. Her sails were partially shredded, her rigging was askew, and she was tacking aimlessly, moving like a ship lost to the wind. Morehouse, concerned for his friend, sent a boarding party led by his first mate, Oliver Devoe. What Devoe and his men found aboard the Mary Celeste would send shivers down their spines and haunt history books forever. The ship was utterly deserted. The ship's lifeboat was gone. But there was no sign of a struggle, no blood, no ransacking. The valuable chronometer and sextant, critical navigational instruments, were missing, suggesting the crew had intended to return. However, the ship's logbook was found, open to the last entry dated November 25, 10 days earlier. The entry was routine, noting their position in fair weather. Then came the truly bizarre details. In the captain's cabin, Sarah Briggs's sewing machine was found, with a half-finished garment still in place. Toys lay scattered for Sophia. Personal belongings, including money, jewelry, and expensive pipes, were untouched in the crew's quarters. In the galley, pots and pans were stacked, and a kettle sat on the stove, as if someone had just finished cooking. And perhaps the most unsettling detail, which fueled countless sensational tales, a half-eaten meal, some say still warm, on the mess table, as if the crew had literally just walked away in the middle of dinner. This detail, while possibly exaggerated over time, captures the profound sense of sudden, inexplicable abandonment. Below deck, the cargo of alcohol barrels was mostly intact, though 9 of them were empty, their contents seemingly leaked or jettisoned. The ship's pumps were in good working order, and there was plenty of fresh water and provisions for 6 months. The ship was seaworthy, not sinking, not burning, not under attack. Yet, everyone was gone. What force, what terror, could compel an experienced captain, his family, and an entire crew to abandon a perfectly good ship with such haste and leave everything behind? The mystery deepened when the salvage team, after a harrowing 10-day journey, brought the Mary Celeste into Gibraltar. The subsequent Admiralty Court investigation was exhaustive, but yielded no definitive answers, only a multitude of theories, each wilder than the last. Were they pirates? Mutineers? Did a giant squid drag them into the depths? Or was there a darker, more human explanation? For over a century and a half, the Mary Celeste has been a magnet for every conceivable theory, from sea monsters and alien abductions to mutiny and insurance fraud. But the most compelling, and tragically plausible, explanation lies in the very cargo she carried: denatured alcohol. Remember those 9 empty barrels? Investigations revealed that American oak barrels, unlike European ones, were not always perfectly sealed, allowing volatile alcohol fumes to seep out. These fumes, especially when the ship encountered rough seas or temperature changes, could build up in the cargo hold, creating an explosion risk. Here's what likely happened: sometime around November 25th, the crew likely detected a significant accumulation of these explosive fumes. Perhaps they heard a muffled explosion or saw the pressure building, mistaking the sound and the sight of expanding alcohol fumes for an imminent, catastrophic blast. In a panic, Captain Briggs, prioritizing the safety of his family and crew, ordered an immediate evacuation. The missing lifeboat, chronometer, and sextant strongly suggest an organized, if hasty, departure. The idea was almost certainly to tether the lifeboat to the Mary Celeste, ride out the perceived danger at a safe distance, and then return once the fumes had dissipated or the danger had passed. They wouldn't have abandoned the ship completely if they thought it was perfectly safe. But the best-laid plans of sailors often go tragically wrong. A sudden squall, a rogue wave, a snap of the towline, or even just the subtle rocking of the ship could have easily separated the lifeboat from the brigantine. A small lifeboat, overloaded with people, facing the open Atlantic, would stand little chance. They would have been swallowed by the vast ocean, leaving no trace, their screams unheard over the wind and waves. The Mary Celeste, meanwhile, was left to drift aimlessly, a silent, empty tomb on the water, a chilling testament to a moment of fear and a fatal error in judgment. It's a terrifying thought, that an entire ship's company could vanish, not from an attack or a monster, but from a desperate, logical decision that went catastrophically wrong, leaving behind only the ghost of a meal. If you found this journey into the unknown as captivating as I did, hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments what you think really happened to the Mary Celeste.